Imagine this, you've been a green card holder for years, working, paying taxes, helping your community. You pass your English and civics test with flying colors, but when it comes to citizenship, you are denied because you've gotten a couple of traffic tickets. Sound far-fetched? Under a new policy memo from the Trump administration, that scenario could become reality. Yes, the good moral character requirements, once rooted in clean criminal history, has been drastically reshaped. Now, even tiny lawful missteps and subjective judgments may count against an aspiring citizen. Let's unpack these policy shifts, what it means, who it affects, and why so much debate has erupted. So, what is good moral character? A quick refresher. Under long-standing US immigration law, anyone applying for naturalization must demonstrate good moral character for a statutory period, usually 3 to 5 years. Traditionally, this has meant avoiding serious criminal issues like aggravated felonies, drug trafficking, large-scale fraud, habitual drunkenness, false claims under oath, or moral turpitude offenses. Minor legal issues generally are not disqualifying, and rehabilitation too can count in your favor, but this standard has mostly functioned as a minimum requirement. Meet it and you move along to the next step, such as civic and language exams. The ideal broadly was show no bad behavior and you are in. Let's get into the changes. As of mid-August 2025, a memo issued by US Citizenship and Immigration Service (USCIS) under the Trump administration instructs officers to apply a rigorous, holistic, and comprehensive evaluation of moral character rather than a simple check for disqualifying crimes. What does this new standard involve? Positive attributes now count, even more than before. Community involvement, stable employment, educational attainment, caregiving responsibilities, paying taxes, and long-term US residents are explicitly cited as favorable factors. New grounds for negative judgments. Even conduct that is lawful but socially frowned upon can be weighed against applicants. Examples include reckless or habitual traffic infractions, aggressive solicitation or harassment, and other behaviors deemed contrary to the average behavior of citizens in one's community. Holistic balancing test. USCIS officers are instructed to weigh all relevant evidence, adverse and favorable, including rehabilitation, evidence from letters of support to compliance with probation, back taxes, or child support. USCIS spokesman Matthew Tragresa even stated US citizenship is the gold standard today. USCIS is adding a new element: ensure Americans, US citizens, demonstrate good moral characters. In essence, this is not just about avoiding crimes anymore, but about proving that you are a model citizen in every aspect of life. Why is this such a big deal? The shift raises several concerns. One is subjectivity and discretion. The policy opens the door for highly subjective judgments by adjudicators. Critics worry it may create inconsistency and bias. As former USCIS official Doug Brand put it, they are trying to increase the grounds for denial of US citizenship by torturing the definition of good moral character to encompass extremely harmless behavior. 2. Minor infractions may become deal breakers. Actions like multiple traffic tickets or public nuisance behaviors, once irrelevant, can now be flagged. That drastically widening the pool of potential deniers, especially for people unfamiliar with these subjective standards. Number 3 is increased burden on applicants. Applicants may now need to submit a lot more evidence, proof of volunteer work, letter from community leaders, tax documents to counter subjective judgments. This adds cost, time, and uncertainty. Number 4 is broader strategy within crackdown on legal immigration. This policy aligns with the Trump administration's border agenda to restrict legal immigration through social media vetting, anti-Americanism, screening, expanding deportation reviews, and limitations on birthright citizenship. Taken together, these policies signal a harder line on legal immigration, making naturalization more difficult than ever. The fifth is broader chilling effects. Such subjective thresholds may discourage immigrants from applying for citizenship, even those who fully meet the statutory requirements, due to fear or arbitrary rejection. The bottom line is this is not just a threat, it's a paradigm shift. So let's look at the legal challenges and public concern. Not surprising, critics, including immigration advocates and legal experts, warn this could edge into constitutional and civil liberties territory. Simultaneously, the administration is vetting applicants for anti-Americanism or anti-Semitic activity via social media reviews, a move likened to McCarthy-era tactics and raising First Amendment concerns. Due process and fairness. Without clear definitions of socially undesirable behavior, decisions may lack transparency and consistency, making them harder to contest. We are already seeing lawsuits over related policies, from birthright citizenship orders to ideological screening. This moral character shift seems poised to be the next legal background. In summary, under Trump's second term, the good moral character standard has grown from a check-off list to a sweeping character evaluation, embedding subjectivity and broader social expectations into citizenship decision. What can applicants do? Document everything: volunteerism, stable jobs, tax compliance, community letter of support, rehabilitation steps, as if your life was in trial. For advocates, this is a call to action to monitor implementation, challenge overreach, and demand fairness and clarity in immigration law. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. Drop your question below, especially if you are applying or know someone who is, and let's keep the conversation going. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.